he enjoyed a 6 to 12 pack of beer almost every night, and it's just like the culture and the family that I was raised in, and I kind of prescribed to the same thing, except it was 2 glasses of whiskey every night. And in January 1st, I was like, you know what? Like my dad only made it to 74, and at 74, like my kid's gonna be like not old enough to say goodbye.
Welcome to Above the Standard, a CrossFit Topside podcast. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Haley, and we'll dive into fitness, healthy habits, and mindset.
We're here to share stories from members, insights from coaches, and strategies to help you level up in the gym and in life.
So chalk your hands, focus your mind, and join us as we strive to live above the standard.
Have you ever been on a podcast before?
No, this is it. This is the first time.
First podcast?
So, yeah.
All right. Let's go.
In much how I approach every workout, just, F it, let's do it.
Just send it right into it. Well, this is only my 10th or 11th podcast, so
nice.
Right there with you. But so I'm here with Eric Reese. Eric is a member at the gym, CrossFit Topside, our gym. And how long have you been a member now?
I've been here for about a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in August.
Okay, nice. And he's gonna share his story a little bit, and we'll ask some questions and go from there. So, Eric, how was the workout? You just did the workout.
The workout was really not bad. I have never in my life run a sub-7 minute mile, including like my peak athletic. You're athletic in quotes there. So to do it at this point in my life was actually kind of cool, and it's kind of like the approach to every workout. It's like I'm doing stuff now at this age that I didn't think I'd ever do. So
yeah. And how old are you now?
48.
48.
Thanks for that.
Didn't you just have a birthday?
No? It was in November.
Oh, what am I thinking then?
I don't know. In March, I've got like my entire family's birthday is in March.
Okay.
So there's that.
Someone just had a birthday then. But yeah, so we literally just did the workout. It was all running today. We did a mile run, some rest, half mile run, some rest, quarter mile run, some rest, and then a 200 meter run. And Eric just did it. I just coached, so it was a good time. Eric, slightly tired.
Only one of us is sweaty here. So.
I feel great. All right, cool. What when you first saw that workout, what did you think?
Again, same thing as I think every workout. Just do it. Whatever.
What's your wheelhouse? If you could make a workout, what are you making?
Oh God, it would have to have 0 wall balls for time. No, it would have to have like some pull-up, thruster, run element. I think would be like really fun.
How heavy of a thruster? Is it a heavy barbell or a light barbell?
I'd rather do reps than weight. So probably
same.
like a 75-pound thruster. Do a 21-15-9 thruster pull-up with a 400-meter run in between.
You love Fran.
Yeah, Fran is it, man. Fran is awesome. Like I said, throw a run in the middle there, and I think you got me.
All right. So your workout is going to be 21 thrusters, 21 pull-ups, 400-meter run.
I think
thrusters, 15 pull-ups, 400-meter run.
We could do like a 21 pull-up thruster, 800-meter run, 15 pull-up thruster, 400.
Even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
And then 9 and 2.
All right. Stay tuned, Topside, next week.
I got you, Topside.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You're like, oh shit, everyone's gonna hate me. All right. So tell me a little bit about. We'll start with like what you do for work. What do you do for work outside the gym? Something most people don't know about your job.
Yeah. So I work for Westlake Financial, which is a big bank in California, and we work with automotive dealers. My particular job is I loan money to automotive dealers so that they can purchase inventory. So, I'm in charge of right now millions of dollars of lines of credit through multiple dealerships, and it's kind of all managing them, assessing risk, applications, visits, stuff like that. It's all relationship building, which is really like in my wheelhouse. Mm-hmm. So, I'll sit there and I'll complain to everyone that I'm not a people person, that I'd rather just be home alone and I hate large crowds. But that being said, I enjoy the face-to-face interactions and working with people, and mostly like seeing them succeed, going into these dealerships that were really small when they started, watching them grow and watching them, thrive. That to me is great.
I feel very similar about myself, which is interesting. I would consider myself not a people person, and then all day I'm just like talking to people.
Yeah.
But like I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm similar wheelhouse. Cool. I know since you've been here, you've switched jobs a time or two. How long have you been in that industry?
In the automotive industry,
Yeah,
like 27 years.
Wow.
Most of it in a dealership, like brick and mortar.
Yep.
Managing, salesperson, finance, service. I've done pretty much every job. About a year and a half ago or so, I found myself kind of in a transition because my dealership was downsizing. They made the decision to let me go, so I was kind of in a weird spot. And I thought, you know what? At my age, like now's a great time to kind of switch it up and try something new. And it gave me that opportunity. Luckily, I had the support system in place at home to, really push me outside my comfort zone. And I found myself with a lot more freedom. I found myself with a lot more time. Like I used to have to miss kids practices, kids games. I worked every Saturday. If I got to the gym, it was 5:30 in the morning. Most of the time I was exhausted because I got home at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So it was a really nice shift to be able to have the time to kind of make my own schedule, to come here when I want, to never miss a practice, never miss a game. And it's a little bit weird for, the kids too, because they're like, wow, he's here every time, like dropping me off at practice, watching me, cheering me on. So, and I didn't really have that growing up. My dad worked his butt off, can I swear?
You can say whatever you want.
Working, he worked 80 hours a week. And that was what he did, and I accepted it, and it was fine. Like I'm not going to sit here and cry about it because my dad missed a soccer game, but it's nice having the ability to do that and being there for them. So
yeah, that's cool. I know we're always joking around about, I have 7 lacrosse games I have to go watch today, which is like. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool that you get to go do that.
And nothing's ever like next to each other. It's like I got to go to Madison for lacrosse, and then Simsbury for basketball, and then Newington for this and yeah, so it's crazy, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah,
so
that's super cool that you have a little bit more freedom like that.
Yeah.
So obviously you have kids.
Yep.
Talk to me a little bit about your family life, your home life. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a few years ago, it's been 8 years now, I think, got divorced. I had a daughter then who is now 11. And I kind of just, was doing my own thing for a while, met someone who is amazing. She's got 2 kids that are 14 and 9. Just moved in together like a year ago. And, it's great because I always wanted, more kids. I have an older child too. I don't want to leave her out. She's 24. She's kind of on her own. I don't want to say I forget her because I see her like 4 or 5 times a week. La Pausa Coffee, Gastro Park, West Hartford. She makes a mean cup of coffee. So I've essentially got 4 kids, 2 of my own, 2 that I've hopefully become a huge part of their life. And it's great, and they're kind of my motivation for coming here every day. I got to keep up with them, having kids that are that age and being my age, it isn't always easy. So I got to make sure that I'm in prime physical shape because, these kids, they don't want to sit around and play video games anymore. I got one that does lacrosse, one that wants me to kick a soccer ball with her, another one that wants me to play basketball. It's like, there's always something to do, and it's nice to not, be out of breath 10 seconds in and dying.
Yeah. Do they know what CrossFit is? Like, when you come here, do they kind of know, or is it kind of just like, that's Dad's thing?
My daughter knows because she used to come to the gym with me, and she would kind of fool around on the rings and swing, and she likes the rower. She loves the rower. I don't know why. But
not your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Not your wheelhouse.
No, actually, the rower I love. I could row like all day. But the other 2 don't. I've been trying to get the older one, 14-year-old girl, to come with me, just to kind of build strength for basketball, soccer, and I think we're doing volleyball in the fall when she gets to high school. So I don't know.
Great.
But yeah, one more. Let's add it.
Might as well.
But, yeah, whatever. So I try to get her to go, but honestly, she's got 5 practices a week, and then usually 3, 4, 5 games a week. So it's tough for her schedule, but we'll get her here eventually.
Yeah.
I usually take what you teach me and go back there, and
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you got to get 45-degree elbow when you're doing the push-ups.
Yep, there you go. Pass it along.
Yeah.
Pay it forward. Do they? So that's kind of cool that you're kind of fitting in fitness into your family life. How else do you like take what we do here, and like how does it affect your life at home with your family?
I take the time to come here when it doesn't interfere with them, and I think that's a big part of it too. Because again, the whole part of being present and there, and switching careers and stuff, you want to be there, and so it's just showing up for them again. Going out, being able to do things with them. When my 11-year-old wants to go on a 3-mile bike ride impromptu in the middle of the day on Saturday when it's 85 degrees out, yeah, let's do it.
We can do it.
It's just I'm usually up for just about anything, and if you talk to me even 2 years ago, that probably wasn't the case.
Yeah.
So
I've talked about it before on a previous podcast, maybe a few podcasts ago, how my goal with just fitness in the gym is I want to be able to never say no to something because I feel like I can't do it physically.
Yes.
Like if someone wants to go do something, I want to be able to say yes if that's something that I want to do, and not be worried that I can't keep up or that I can't do it or that I'm gonna feel a certain way.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're kind of like right in that same boat.
Well, yeah, so last year, my daughter had her birthday party at Brownstone Park.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever been there, but
Yep, I've been there.
yeah, they got all the inflatables and stuff, and they've got this one part where you can like jump on a wakeboard and it just zips you around like on a zip line. And I hadn't been on a pair of skis in 30 years at that point. And she's like, Dad, you should do it. She's like, you tell me all the time that you can ski, but I bet you can't ski. And so, I get on there, I jump on the wakeboard, and it was like riding a bike.
Yeah.
And I was in good enough shape where I made it look, it wasn't easy, but I made it look easy. Like I was dying after, but I did it. And I think that climbing up, rock walls, or when we had her birthday at a rock climbing gym, just climbing up to the top. Like it was not like all that stuff, man. I don't ever want to be sitting at, the bottom of the stairs looking up being like, whew, I don't know if I can make it.
Yeah. That's cool. And that's cool for your daughter to see also. That
Yes.
you're out there doing stuff like with her rather than just kind of on the sideline watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is pretty cool, which is something I aspire to be.
Yep.
Also, for those of you that don't know, on the first Saturday of every month, I do a men's club where we meet at Mill Pond Park in Newington. Some men from the gym, we meet and we do a workout, and then afterwards we go get coffee and hang out. Eric has been a part of that for the past couple times. This is fairly new. It's been going on for about 4 or 5 months, and it's been really cool. Eric's been kind of spearheading it with me.
Yeah.
Big coffee guy also, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What's your go-to coffee order?
Honestly, just black.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a good coffee, it doesn't need to be fancy. And that's something I learned from my older daughter, Macy. If it's good enough, you don't need anything in it.
Yeah, I like that.
I will say this though. She made me it was called an espresso tonic. So it's tonic water and espresso.
Interesting.
And it was the grossest thing I've ever had in my life. I do not recommend it.
All right.
But some of these weird coffee people thought it was the greatest thing ever. So
Never heard of it.
Yep, don't do it.
Never heard of it. All right, cool. But I bring that up because we frequently talk about our family. There's a lot of guys in this group that are in different stages of fatherhood and manhood, and it's kind of cool to talk about it. And so we frequently talk about it, and so
yeah, and not everyone is at the the point in fatherhood I am with my oldest, and the point that I am with my youngest.
Yeah.
I cover like a lot of bases there. So,
So
if you
it's
ever
great.
need anything, just let me know.
We learn a lot. All right, cool. So I want to transition. I want you to talk to me about your background now, kind of like from when you were a kid. Where did you grow up? What did you participate in athletics-wise growing up? Kind of how did that shape you as you began to get older?
Yeah, I grew up in Winsted, Connecticut, which, if you don't know, is like in the northwest corner, way out in the middle of nowhere. My family had a house on a lake, so it was awesome spending the summers there. Swimming, boating, skiing, all that stuff. If there's anything that I ever did in my life where I thought like I was actually kind of really good at something, it was probably water skiing. But that, we move on in life.
You guys had a boat?
Oh yeah, we had a boat. Yeah, so that was like the one thing. If you want me to toot my horn about anything, it would have been that. Now I don't know what it is.
What's the secret? What's the trick?
It's all about balance and it's all about practice. I mean, as soon as the ice would come off the lake, which was usually about mid-March, sometimes early March, we would get the boat in. I didn't have a wetsuit or anything, but I had mastered it to the point where I could take off from the dock and land on the dock, so I never got wet.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah,
that's impressive.
It would be the one thing that I could be like, yeah, I was pretty good at that. But all through school and stuff, I always played sports, soccer in the fall, baseball in the spring. There was a couple of winters where I tried basketball. If you see me around the gym, you know why that wasn't really my thing. Well, on the short side, but I was fast.
Good at defense.
Yeah,
Good at defense.
yeah. Stay low. I had that down when I stood up straight. But I mean, athletically, like I was a pretty good athlete. Like there wasn't a sport that you could throw me into where I was like incompetent.
Yeah.
I could find my way. But yeah, I excelled at soccer and baseball. Those were my two sports. I did well in them. After high school, it all kind of went away. Life happens. You go to college for a couple years, realize it's not for you. So I got into the automotive industry, selling cars, and I mean that's kind of it. I played like rec league softball, like as an adult. That's like not an athletic activity. It's more like a drinking activity with a ball. And golf is the same thing, Don't drink and drive the golf carts. And then it just kind of all the sports just kind of faded away into nothing. And probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, my daughter was like a year old. One of my neighbors was like, hey, there's this new thing. It's called CrossFit. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You should come. Yeah, okay. It's at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, good luck with that. But I went, and I went a couple Saturdays, and it was like pretty cool. I'm like, all right, I can get into this because it's fun. Like you throw the barbell down and it makes a lot of noise, and you're like, yeah, I lifted that up. And I did it like very sporadically, like once a week, a couple times a month here and there. But I didn't really get into it until probably when I was going through my divorce. I didn't have a lot of things going on. It was just me and my daughter. I was in like a really dark place probably. And I knew that I could either sit home and honestly like drink every night until I fall asleep, or I could like get myself up and put my ass in gear and try something and get outside my comfort zone. I elected a combination of A and B, but mostly B. So I found this gym. It was in Plainville, right around the corner. It was a phenomenal gym, and the workouts were great, but mostly it put me out there, and it developed, some friendships that I still have to this day, a really good community. Unfortunately, then COVID hit. It never really opened back up after that, and then I just kind of like was in this weird limbo with gyms. I tried a couple others, and I'm not a super competitive guy at my age. Like I'm not going to make the games, although I'm still shooting for Masters 55 plus. I got 7 years to get it. It's just like some of them, they just took it like super seriously. And if you've, again, ever seen me around here, there's not much I take seriously until the bell rings, and then it's kind of like, all right, let's do this. But yeah, I tried a few places. It just wasn't a good fit. I tried some like pseudo CrossFit places, it's just, I couldn't find it. And then I had been eyeballing this place for a while, but the 5:30 classes, being a single dad, and then you opened up the 9 a.m. class, and I'm like, oh yes, finally, 9 a.m. on Tuesdays, like I can come 3 times a week. That's like the minimum for me to sign up for a membership. So I did, and it has been the best decision I've ever made. It's been great. I love coming here every day. There are days when I look at the workout and I'm like, nope. And I come in anyway, and you're always like, no, we don't have to do squat snatches today. We can just do muscle snatches. And I'm like, that's great, because we're not going to do squat snatches.
I'm not doing that.
So yeah, it's been really good. And then again, just kind of like fumbling my way through the workouts for the past few years. And then January 1st, like something in me just clicked. I lost my dad about a year and a half ago. And it was, again, like really bad year. 2025 was a really bad year. Lost my dad, lost my job, trying to find my way in a career that I had never tried before. And again, super support system around me. My partner, Jess, is the most amazing person you will ever meet. She paid me to say that. She did not, but hopefully she will. But she is absolutely amazing. She was like, babe, you got this. You can do this. And then, looking back at my dad's life, yeah, he worked a ton. He was always there. Drove the boat to water ski, but he enjoyed a 6 to 12 pack of beer almost every night. And it's just like the culture and the family that I was raised in, and I kind of prescribed to the same thing, except it was 2 glasses of whiskey every night. And that was my I gotta calm down from work thing, And in January 1st, I was like, you know what? Like my dad only made it to 74, and at 74, like my kid's gonna be like not old enough to say goodbye. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go sober. I'm not gonna stop drinking, but I am gonna scale this stuff way back. And to put that in perspective, I went from having 1 to 2 drinks almost every night to 1 to 2 drinks maybe every month. I had my first drink in May on Saturday. It was a lemonade bourbon. It was great. But in doing that, it made me stop eating at 10:30 at night. Instead of having a block of cheese with crackers, I read a book and go to bed. And so far this year, I've dropped 20 pounds. So don't think I'm doing Murph with a 20-pound vest to get myself back up to that number, but we're going to try it 20 pounds lighter and see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, it's just been a really, really fulfilling journey to get to this point and to, to be in this kind of shape and run the way that I ran today. And again, not feel bad about where I'm at physically like I used to be.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Long story. Sorry about that.
No, I think
you
that's...
can edit parts out.
No, that was great. I think that's a great story. I think it's really cool that you went through some adversity. You were athletic as a kid, and then went through some adversity. You kind of had a good job, like family, some adversity, and then you found a way to pick yourself up out of that. And you keep mentioning your support system, which is really cool. I think that's something that people often look past, is having the right people around you to get you through those tough situations. Because truthfully, nothing is gonna go perfectly in life,
no.
Right? Like you're gonna have those highs and lows, and you need those people surrounding you, whether it's family, kids, close friends, but you need that community to kind of pick you up a little bit when you're down.
Yeah.
And then you pay it forward. Then at some point, there's going to be someone that needs your help, and then you pick them up when they're down. And that's kind of how life flows.
Yeah, life is all about cycles. There's ups, there's downs, and I've got family, but friends are the family that you choose. Mm-hmm. You're not born into it. You actually actively go out and make them a part of your family. And I've been, like I said, lucky enough to surround myself with a great partner, great friendships, and a great community. Even here, they've kind of picked me up when I haven't really wanted to go. And even so, like last week we had that stupid workout with the dumbbell snatches and the chest to bar pull-ups.
The devil's press. Yep,
yeah. The devil's press. Screw those things. I don't mind those actually. Those are kind of fun too. But yeah, that and like I was the slowest guy here, but like the time cap was 15 minutes, and at 14:52, man, I put down my 50-pound dumbbell, and like everyone's cheering me on and watching me, and you be surprised at what you can do when you got a few cheerleaders in your corner.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Awesome. That workout was.
It was I poo-poo a lot of workouts, like, oh, F that workout. But secretly, like deep down, like at the end of a workout that's really hard, that you really pushed yourself, It's like, yeah, I like that workout. There was another workout. I forget what it was. Oh, it was the farmer's carry and something else.
The rope climb,
and the rope climb, yes. And at the end of that workout, I'm like, you know what? That workout, it wasn't so much about like strength or anything. It was just like sheer determination of will.
Yep.
Like I am not going to put these kettlebells down.
I'm going to carry it from here to there.
I am not going to stop climbing this rope until I can hit that black tape. Yeah, I mean, those workouts where it's just all about will, like your muscles aren't fatiguing to the point where like you feel like they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still have gas in the tank, but it's just like you just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
And that's transition right into Monday. That's what I love about Murph.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those workouts. It's more mental than anything else.
Oh, 100%.
And
100%.
Yeah, I love that workout.
Yeah, me too. That's one of my favorites.
So,
I want to go back to kind of like the beginning of your story. You said you had a friend that was like, "Hey, come try CrossFit." Mm-hmm. What almost stopped you from joining at that time? You were like kind of unsure. Like, what were you like, kind of not scared about, but nervous about, or just unsure about?
Well, someone tells you something that you know nothing about. Your first thing you're going to do is jump on the internet and you're like, oh, what's this about? And then you're seeing pictures of like freaking Rich Froning at the CrossFit Games, and you're like, oh yeah, all right. First, I got to get in shape before I can go to CrossFit, right? But no, it's that was probably the biggest fear, is that I'm going to walk into this place and there's going to be these like huge guys, super fit guys that are going to look at me and be like, yeah, you don't belong here, man. Even like when I tried going to like Planet Fitness and stuff, you walk into those places, you don't know what you're doing. You're too afraid to ask the guys who do know what they're doing what to do. Even though deep down, like now at this point in my journey, if someone came up to me and said, hey, Eric, what should I do next? Like you would help them.
Yeah.
You'd be like, here's what you do. Here's how you do it,
Yeah.
And so it's like a whole culture thing. But yeah, I didn't quite understand the culture, and that's what scared me. So yeah, I thought I needed to be in shape in order to get in shape.
What would you tell somebody who also thinks that same thing?
I say this to Jess all the time. I'm like, you just got to try it. Like who said it? I think it was Melissa who said it. She goes, CrossFit sucks as much as you want it to. And I'm like, damn, that is so true.
Yep.
Because you can make it whatever you want. Like the workout today, you don't want to run a mile? Great. You could do a 400, 300, 200, 100 run.
Yeah.
You can make it whatever you want. So that's what I would tell someone, is that you can make it whatever you want. Yeah. And if you're just starting out, I would say make it challenging, but not so challenging that it scares you away.
Yeah. Do what you can.
Yeah.
Do what you can with what you got.
Or who was Tony Horton? Because I did have a point where I did like the P90X series. His big thing was do your best and forget the rest.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that. I've never heard that one.
Yep. So he's like, we're going to do a minute of pull-ups here, and you get through like 30 seconds and you're dying. And he's like, it's okay if you only made it this far. Yep. It's 30 seconds more than everyone else on earth.
Yep.
And it's like, that's how I look at the games too. It's like, hey, I'm in 15,000th place in my age group in the Northeast. But that's still like in the top 2% of the world.
Yeah. I heard this one. I like this one. Similar concept. It was like running 1 mile is closer to running 10 miles than it is to running 0 miles.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, so just like the momentum.
Yep.
And just kind of keeping it going. All right. So you've been at the gym now for a year and a half.
It might be 2.5 years now. I think it's 2.5 years. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I don't even know. It's been
some time.
It's been a great journey.
So but let's kind of like walk through it a little bit. What are some things you can do now that you couldn't do when you came in?
Run a mile in under 7 minutes.
There we go.
I can string together chest to bar pull-ups. We had the weighted pull-ups yesterday, which I didn't think or chin-ups. I didn't think I could add weight. I think I was doing enough with the weight that I had added like prior. I hit a 200-pound clean and jerk for the first time in my life a couple months ago.
I remember that.
And that was like the goal, right? Like for 4 years, it was like, I'm gonna do a 200-pound clean and jerk. And like finally, like, hey, Eric, if you actually show up consistently, like you might get there. So that's the thing. And committed club, again, was something that I didn't think I could hit consistently. And outside of a vacation last month, I've hit it pretty consistently this year. And that's like, I try not to measure myself in the weights or the miles or the times or anything like that. I measure it in consistencies. Did I hurt myself? And can I walk the next day? And if I can do those three things, like, it's a victory. But yeah, there's like the rope climbs. I did those, and those are pretty cool to do, except for the ripping the hair out of your shin.
Love that. What's the biggest physical change you've seen in yourself?
I have an ab. One ab. It's on the left side near the top. No, I don't have any abs. But no, I had to go out and buy all new pants.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I had to go from a 36 pant, and basically, like, before I bought new pants, I'm like cinching the belt like it's a ratchet strap. And then I had to go out and buy like size 32 pants, which I haven't had a size 32 pant in my wardrobe in God knows how long.
Let's go.
So
Go.
medium shirts. I mean, even some of the medium shirts are a little too big. I'm like, I'm not a small. Let's not go crazy.
Don't go that far.
Because then it's gonna be like one of those belly shirts, but
It'll make it a little half shirt.
yeah. I still want to get like double unders, and I still got to get a muscle up.
Yeah, I know we're working on muscle up. What mentally? What are some changes mentally?
I don't even know. Like, I've always had a pretty good attitude, but I think that, like, I don't get tired in the afternoons anymore, which is a huge mental hurdle for me, because I'm not fighting that like 2:30, 3 o'clock like nap feeling that I used to have. And I'm waking up earlier, which is, you'd think that, like, oh, you get more sleep, you wouldn't have to take a nap in the afternoon, but it's like completely the opposite. I'm thriving on 6-7 hours sleep now, because my body is just like, it's ready, and it moves, and it's good to go. And the other thing, this fruits and veggies challenge, the diet, I think, is another mental thing, because I used to come to the gym so that I could eat and drink whatever I wanted without, feeling like gross about myself. And now it's like, okay, I still work out like I used to, but now, like, if I change the diet a little bit and cut back on these things, like, all of a sudden, like, that's how you fit into a size 32 pant, Eric.
Yep. That's the formula.
Yeah.
What? How has training here impacted your confidence?
I can go to the beach without a shirt and feel good. In fact, before I went out for the 200-meter run just now, I was like, man, I'm like dying. And there was like a moment where I'm like, I can take my shirt off, but I didn't. I saved everyone. I also, like, when we're doing wall walks, I don't have to tuck my shirt in because it comes up. It's just stupid stuff like that, which I will say that none of that stuff should affect anyone. Like, no one should feel bad about where they are in whatever journey they're going through, whatever their body type is. Like, just, I'm gonna swear again, just fucking own it, man. Because, like, we're all unique, and we all have different body types. And, like, just because I look like this and Kevin looks like that and other people look a certain way, like, it doesn't matter. Like, just live your best life and own it. But that being said, it is nice to, like, take off your shirt when you go to the beach and have your wife look at you and be like, damn, like, that feels pretty good,
That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. All right, so someone's listening and thinking about joining. What should they do next?
Do it. Just come down, watch a class, try a class, whatever. I was an ambassador there for however many months, and it was great. And it's how we ended up with, someone like Alyssa, who's now, going to be a trainer here. Just do it. Get over your fears, get over yourself, get over whatever you think CrossFit is. And even if you just come and watch, come Monday and watch everyone come together and pull for each other during what's easily the hardest workout of the year in Murph. And you will understand what this particular gym is all about. And again, I can't speak for every gym. I can speak for a lot of them. And this one is very unique in how the members pull for support and, dare I say, love one another. It's so awesome, and it's why I keep coming back.
Cool.
So just come on down.
I love it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. All right.
In the words of Eric before every workout, fuck it, just do it.
That's 100% accurate. That's not an exaggeration whatsoever.
Full send. Like, can we just fucking start? Like, let's go.
Let's just fucking do it. All right, cool. Rapid fire questions. Just quick answer.
Oh,
1, 2
God.
words. Favorite movement in CrossFit.
Thruster.
Least favorite movement.
Wall ball. I know it's the same movement. Don't get me started.
It literally is the exact same thing. Early morning or evening class, not the 9 a.m.
Oh, shit. Then I would probably go early morning.
Okay. We already got your coffee order.
Yep.
Hype song.
Oh, damn. Shoot to Thrill, AC/DC.
Let's go. Fun fact about yourself.
My license says I'm 5'8". I'm really 5'7".
All right. I love it. Cool. Thank you, Eric. If you're listening to this and any of that resonated with you, use the link in the description, fill out the form on our website to book a call with me, and we'll get you going so that you can transition from a size 36 pant down to a size 32, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Next episode coming out in a week. Stay tuned. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Above the Standard podcast.
If you found this episode helpful to you, please share it so we can help others in the Central Connecticut area.
For more information or to start your journey, reach out to us on social media or visit CrossFitTopside.com.
Until next time, keep striving to live above the standard.